All right, so as usual, I started and I was like, oh, stop, let me stop. I want to record putting this together. The only thing I did, I had everything apart. Only thing I did before I started this video is that, I oiled the bearings on this side of the armature. This is my new armature. Oiled the bearings, I slid it in, and I put this cap on. I didn't even screw it in yet. Didn't oil these bearings yet either. Just put them back on. I had put the spring back for this brush, and that's where I was like, oh wait, I need to, record this. I like to record putting it back together. I might have to make some adjustments on my camera here. Hold on. Just because it's going to probably be kind of difficult to do this. Okay. Maybe that's a little better. All right, so got that snapped in place. Okay. We got to make some adjustments here. Here we go. Okay, so I like to just, when I'm putting especially machinery and stuff together, I just like to give everything a light coating of oil, especially on shafts and whatnot. This oil, I use it for a lot of like turbines and stuff, so it's a light machine oil. It's really good. Stays where it's supposed to. Now, on these gears, you see, there it is. There's a C and an A. C is for clockwise, A is for anti-clockwise. So, our magneto is clockwise. So I already have, actually I didn't mean to do that, but their timing dot is here on the armature. Hope you can see. And our points are clockwise. I have to play a little bit, I'm sure, to get this in. There we go. Can we see? You know what? Let me turn some more lights on real quick. Boy, that milk's not ready for this. All right, maybe that's a little better. Oh, yeah. So I got the dot lined up with the C for clockwise. That's just what we're doing. All right, so distributor gear is in place. All of a sudden, I am not remembering which bolts went where. That is unfortunate. All right, let's see. I had took pictures just for such an occasion. I know this one goes here. This is what holds the point cover in place. Do not want to. Okay. Pretty sure these were both here. And here. And this long one was here. All right, I'm gonna have to, let's see. That one's in place. Okay. This ain't the right screwdriver. I like to use these are Gunsmithing Screwdrivers. They're Grace. They are, it's kind of dirty, but they're cut and they're ground in, and they're different thicknesses, and it's great for using them on antiques and stuff, because, you know, everything was flathead pretty much back then, just different widths and whatnot. So you will not screw up a flathead if you use the proper screwdriver for it. You will find that stuck flatheads will often come right out when you get the proper screwdriver. Crazy, I know. It's almost as if having the proper tools matters. Now, I'm not cinching these down yet or anything, obviously. Wait a minute. Am I forgetting something? Yes, I am. I knew I was forgetting that. I'm distracted by video. Okay, so before I put that piece on, I'm going to take this and I'm going to coat the inner race with oil. Okay, and I'm also going to put some on the bearings. They're old. They don't take grease. See this cutout here? That's the oiler. Okay. All right, let's see here. This is really hard to do. Okay. Uh-oh. Just had that sucker in. Boy, this is... Never tried to do this with a camera. Not very easy. Put these in, hold it in place. Okay, where'd I put that other screw at? Go figure. Oh, that's right. I didn't put the bottom screw in yet. Jeez Louise. Have this little adjustable wrench just for this. This should still rotate. Yep. Double check the tightness here. You know what? Let me grab this one. Fits a little better into the slot. It's a little thicker. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see. Nope. I must have to use this one. these. Tight. 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 Okay, we have a problem. It will not turn. It will turn, but it's just tight. Now, that's the problem with replacing things on something this old. Oh, there it goes. It's freeing up. Okay, maybe it just needed some... I cleaned everything really well, but going with a different armature from another machine and all that, back then everything wasn't exactly the same. Plus, I have no idea if this armature was even from the same year, because they made these like forever, right? And so let me put a little bit of oil on this, excuse me, on this gear here. I think I know how I can help it out a little bit. Here are the points. It's a platinum screw. It does have a keyway here. There is a key here, if you can see. I will simply slide this into place. There it is. And boy, I did not test fit all this before doing this video. I'm just doing this on a wing. ADHD, right? I was like, oh, kids are sleeping. This would be a perfect opportunity to screw something up, which is usually the case. I don't want to tighten it down too much or anything, just where it won't come off. Okay. Now I can go ahead and it's pretty much getting together. Now I'm not going to be putting the magnets on right now because I should probably clean this up before I put it on. I bet you I could. Yeah, let's just put it on for now. It's not going to hurt anything. So that's the brush there. You don't want any oil residue on this. It's hard to see. Okay. Definitely do not want to cross-thread this or this. Snaps right into place. Just screw this down. Now, the reason why I'm not installing the magnets right now is because I taped them off. I need to sand them and paint them and reinstall. Okay, this is why this one wasn't all the way in. I suspect when I got this, the screw wasn't screwed all the way into the base. Probably just dirt. I'll lube the threads a little bit. Now I'm just doing this so I can see exactly if it's going to work. Then I'll probably pull it back apart and even clean it further. But I don't want to invest a ton of time into this thing if it's not going to work for whatever reason. Okay, that's good enough. I don't want to crack the, it's still got some space, but I'll have to clean this out some more. Good enough for now. Okay. So the oil's there. go ahead and fill this oil cup. It'll drain quickly. Okay. Now, if you remember, when I got it, all this was broken on the when I got it. So this is all new here. Let's see, got a seal there. It looks like there's a little cloth seal. Okay, what's it hitting? Okay, looks like I have an issue here. We have a tab that is in the way, unless it is tight fit, but I do not think it's going to work. Let's compare parts. This is the old. Can't see crap. Okay, it looks like, looks the same, it's just this one's not shit. So, just like with the armature, of course, there's issues. I'm trying to fit probably a later, looks like a later Bosch cover onto a earlier frame. This is where I would usually tap very carefully with a brass or rubber plastic hammer. But it looks like it may just work. I want to be very careful because I don't think this is aluminum. I think this is like pot metal or something. Okay, I'm back. I had to basically wiggle the hell out of it. Just keep trying it. Finally get the bolts to line up correctly. Got the proper screwdriver. It's funny, this came out of a 1934 toolkit for an old car I had, and it fit perfectly. So, got that in, got it screwed down. Next stuff. The brush holder, and this is this goes on top of the porcelain cap for the safety spark. And here is the rod that connects to the distributor plate. It rests in the center. See how it's spring loaded? It fits in there's a little nub on the inside of that this plate, and it fits in there, and that's where the current is transferred to the distributor itself. Okay, so let's put the cap on there. This is make sure I get it lined up with the, see, I didn't file it or anything. I want to make sure the curve matches the curve of the collector. Screw this in place. Okay, let's see what the deal is here. So what I'll probably have to do, you know what? I'm going to remove the spark. I'm going to take this back off. Okay. Make sure I still got it orientated like I want. Okay. And then we're going to basically trial and error these threads on here. Aha. Yeah. Place this back. Okay, now, so this in place, everything. Okay, I don't want to make it too tight. Okay, now this rod. That must be me sweating on everything. Okay, so I'm going to push this in like this. Make sure I get it in that hole. I'm guessing it's in there. Kind of hard to tell. Okay, yeah, it's in there. Oh, okay, let's see. So besides the magnets, this would go on next. So it's gonna be mounted like this. So on the DU4, you could orient this however which way you want. If you want, you know, your control rod, this is your timing advance, right? This controls your timing up and down. It's a little tight. I'm going to have to free that up. Hold on. There we go. So it's straight. So this is your timing advance. So you have a rod that's going to go to this, a linkage, and it's basically going to move your timing up and down. I mean, you got 35 degrees that you can. What the hell is going on here? Let's see here. I'll put it on this side, make it easier on myself. So you got 35 degrees here. You got 35 degrees of spark that you know on this magneto that you can advance or retard. So you can orient it however which way you want, but you're only going to get 35 degrees. So however your linkage goes, that's, you know, best for you or best for whatever you're doing. For me, it's, you know, it's obviously going to go like this. From the engine this way. I'll probably end up doing a linkage that's either on top of the engine or on the from around the front, and it'll most likely, for me, I'm gonna orient it this way because my linkage is going to come along the head. So this will be the headers here. Right, or your block down from the exhaust manifold bolt. It's gonna have a linkage, it's gonna have a rod, it's gonna fit right here. And turning the spark advance, that was for original timer, will turn this like this. Who knows? Okay. And then obviously, last piece here. Got a spring button. Guess what? Goes to here, which that is your ground. Fits on there like that. The spring holds it into place. And that's pretty much it for the assembly of a Bosch DU4 magneto. Do I know what I'm doing? No. Have I done this before? No. Should you consider this professional advice? No. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm doing this for fun as a hobby for my Speedster project, and that is it. Will it work? I doubt it. No, I gotta be positive. It'll probably work, but yeah. Sorry, my son's eating something or coughing, but these are knurled nuts. Now this is where your spark plug wires would go, obviously, right? I hadn't even removed these since I got it. Now would be a good time to wipe it. Yeah, I'll do it later. And your switch to your dashboard, your magneto pull-out switch, which pull out, that would put this in where you could use it. Push in would kill it, the engine. That goes here. Your wire for that goes here. This goes to your spark plugs. Now, here, these bolts. See, I got tape for, I'm gonna sand them and paint them. They obviously, you know, right next to each other right there. The poles, when you're putting the magnets onto the body, the poles should repel each other. So you should basically be pushing them together to get them to fit. Probably should have waited before putting this on, this whole ordeal, because it's probably going to be a tight fit. So I'm going to have to slide them. I'm going to have to pull it back apart. I mean, I got to pull it back apart anyway because of, you know, this being very tight. I need to see what's going on with that. But I don't know. There it is. Looks good at least. If it don't work, it'll look good on the shelf, right? All right, see. All right, so after looking at this thing again real quick, do not want to break that. I wanted to clarify, so you can move this, it's this piece you move in 360 degrees. This arm, you loosen it with that screw, you can turn it whichever way you want. Now this cap will only go one way. As you can see here, I put my stand up already. Anyway, there's a notch in this head. Sorry guys. There's a notch in that head. You see it? And there's a screw right there. That's your limit. That's your 35-degree limit there on advance and retard. If you want to set up your linkage a different way, you need to loosen the screw on this and turn it whichever the hell way you want. But that is your limit. That does have to go a certain way. I just thought I'd clarify that because after I stopped the video, I was like, wait a second. I know you can move this thing. So what's the deal? And that's what it was. So, all right. See. Okay, I thought I'd show the operation. I've got it all back together. I flipped my advance lever over to this side because this is the side my linkage is going to be on. So I got it set up properly. So basically, you can see here, your linkage is going to move it up, down. 35 degrees of advance or retard timing. It's got to be loose. It's got to be able to turn. That's what this spring is here for, to hold the cover and everything in place on the points. Now, when you time this thing, what you'll do is you'll remove this like so. You'll remove the cover so that way you can see these points right here, okay? I believe, now I have to read the instructions, so don't hold me to this. Turning it, the direction of the shaft is fully retarded, so you'll go all the way. Fully retardation. So, with it uncoupled, so you'll bring your motor to TDC on number 1 cylinder. Once you've achieved TDC on number 1, you're going to take this. Now, this will be mounted in your motor. Now, this nut will be loose. Okay? But the gear will be on it. You know, it'll be sitting where it's supposed to be, but it'll be loose. And you'll have this cover off to make it easier to turn the shaft. So what you'll do is, for instance here, I don't know if I'm able to, let me put this back on so I can turn it. That's why you're supposed to have the top off, so that way you can easily turn the shaft. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna, with number 1 at TDC, you're gonna turn this until the points just start to open, right? So that would be, I guess, boom, right there, okay? Okay, I'm gonna have to tighten this up, I think. Like, the shaft, oh no, okay, that's just a nut turn. I thought the shaft wasn't turned, oh my God. Okay, so when they just start to open, so let's see if I can turn it. Let me try and be careful. No, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. So they just start to open. Boom, you know, back here. Here they go, let's see. Okay, they just start to open, right? Okay, it's at this point that you would tighten down your nut and washer onto your gear. This will be your initial timing, okay? It just started to open. That is your initial timing for TDCL number 1. This should get your car started. Once you get it started, then you can make the adjustments, you know, with your linkage here or whatever. You know, you can make your adjustments. Now, you know, obviously when you get it going, once you start, you know, in Model T, you cut it back a little bit, you know, you advance the time a little bit. You'll be doing all that. So, but that should, I think, in theory, get it started. Now, when I get the magnets on this thing, we got to see if this thing will even throw a spark. I don't even know if it's going to work. So, but anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully it's helped somebody. There's not a whole lot of videos about all this, especially with the Model T. If you want to see the gear, my setup for mounting, this is it. This fits on where your generator would normally go. And this obviously fits like this, okay? Here's the gear here. This turns off, I believe, your cam gear. Now, you know, it's loose in here. Whenever you get it tightened down, it's not gonna rub, obviously. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So hopefully make some progress soon.